work on 886, which is 1 through 29 odd. And this is just a review of systems of linear inequalities. So if you have a system of linear equations, we have a line and another line, and the answer is the intersection of that. A system of linear inequalities just is a shaded region. So an inequality says this equation is either greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, and you end up drawing arrows. So if I had, let's say, y equals 2x minus 3, then the line would look something like that. But if I changed it to y is greater than or equal to 2x minus 3, then any point above that line satisfies the equation. So it's actually all of this stuff. Now, if you remember, you cannot trust the inequality, the direction of the inequality, and say, oh, that's a greater than, so I'm going to shade up. It doesn't quite work that way. Sometimes it will, but sometimes it won't. So the best way to figure out where to shade is to pick a point, and the easiest point is usually 0, 0. When can you not pick 0, 0? When 0, 0 is on the line. So in this case, I pick 0, 0. I put a 0 in there. I put a 0 in there. Is 0 greater than or equal to negative 3? Yes or no? Yes. So 0, 0 is true, which means every other point on that side of the line is also true. If I had a second equation that looked like this, 2x plus 4 is less than 8, well, 4y is less than 8. What's the easiest way to graph a standard form line? Cover the x, and we get y, 4y equals 8, divide by 4. The y-intercept would be 2, so 1, 2. Cover the y, 2x is less than 8, divide by 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. And this is a less than, which means the line is dotted. What does a dotted line tell me? The line doesn't count. Okay, in the original line, if the point is on the line, then that point will satisfy the inequality. But if the line is dotted, then any point on the line will not satisfy it. Can I use 0, 0? Yes. So 0 plus 0 less than 8, is that true or false? True, so I shade all of this stuff. And then the final answer is the intersection of those two spaces, which would be that. So you'd actually want to get rid of these other shadings. My recommendation is you draw arrows, and the intersection of those two arrows is that space over there on the left. Does that ring a bell? You remember how to do that? So the first one, you just have one inequality to graph, 1 through 1 and 3. And then 5 through 19, you just have one inequality to graph. And 21 through 29, you actually have 2. So here are another couple of hints. If you have the y on the left side, and then the inequality, you can trust that inequality. Less than means down. Okay? If the y is on the other side, you can't trust the inequality. The other problem is this has to be positive. So if I had 4x minus 2y is greater than or equal to 16, am I going to shade up because it says greater than? The answer is no, because when I solve for y, I'm going to divide by negative 2, which is going to flip the inequality around. So if you can remember that, you can trust the inequality. Or you just pick a point and plug it in.